We on? We are on. All right. I will entertain a motion to reconvene.
Recording in progress.
Move to reconvene.
Have a motion to reconvene.
Second.
Second to reconvene. All in favor of reconvening, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Let the record show. Council is reconvened at 6:57 p.m. All right. So next, we have consideration and action to select an appraisal contractor to appraise acreage in which the City of George West wastewater sewer treatment plant is located.
Move to
Have a motion
second.
and a second. So, with this, the city has been going into executive session for the last, few months regarding the decision or the discussion on the wastewater treatment plant. The purpose for that is deliberations about real property, which falls under section 551.072 of the Texas Government Code. So we've been discussing real property because the city is considering or is attempting to purchase where the location of the city's wastewater treatment plant is located. The lease that we have, that we've had for the last 100 years, 99 years, something like that.
This one's a 50-year lease.
This one's a 50-year lease
Well,
where
it started 100.
Yeah, it started 100.
it started 100 years ago where we paid $1 a month in order to be able to have the wastewater treatment plant at that location. With a new property owner, that lease is going to be ending in May of 2023, which seems like it's far away, but it's really not that far away considering all the paperwork and stuff that has to be done. And obviously we've been meeting probably for at least the last 4 months, maybe 6 months. So in negotiations, 2 or 3 meetings ago, the council decided in open session to hire a firm that specializes in this, and our firm that the council decided on is Jackson Walker LLP. Now we have 2 representatives that have joined us from Jackson Walker that are going to be representing the city with regards to obtaining this property and negotiations. And we have at this time Ms. Sue Ayers, who is on with us, and also Mr. David Robbins, who's a hometown boy from here in George West. All right. So would y'all like to introduce yourself and maybe tell us a little bit about you? Ms. Sue?
Good evening, Mayor and City Council. I'm delighted to be here. I'm joining you remotely from Austin, Texas. And I look forward to working with you to help you acquire the property rights you need to continue operating your city utilities.
Thank you. Mr. Robbins?
Hi, Mayor Garza, council members. It's been a while since I've been in George West. Oh, not that long. I make it back occasionally. And we're really proud that y'all decided to choose Jackson Walker as your firm to represent you in this. We hope everything goes smoothly, but we will be prepared in all events.
Thank you, sir. So, with that being said, we did a RFQ, which is request for qualifications for an appraisal firm that actually specializes in these type of situations where we have a structure that's on private land, for example, utilities, in our case, the wastewater treatment plant. So that being said, we had 4 people that responded to our request for qualifications. We had a R. Don Canaday, and Mr. Canaday's estimated cost, is it okay to talk about the cost for each one? Okay,
It is.
for transparency, all right. So Mr. Canaday's cost came in at $9,500 with an estimated cost of $900, and the timing to get this performed was 45 to 60 days. We also have Mr. Mike Mays. Correct. Mr. Mike Mays, who's with Coquel Oberender Wood Appraisal, LTD. I probably did not say that right, but close enough. And they are estimating a cost of $20,000 with no cost for expenses, and their timing would be 120 to 150 days. The next group that we have is Archer Appraisal Company, and this is coming from Jonathan Archer, and their estimate of cost came in at $5,500 with no additional estimated expenses, and their turnaround time was 30 days. And then lastly, we have Deal and Sykes, which is another appraisal company, and this is Matt Deal, who is the appraiser, and they came in at $25,000 with no cost for other expenses, and their timing is still pending. They're not sure when they can get this done.
It was estimated, Mayor, at approximately 45 days.
45 days. All right, that's good to know. Can we get that? Okay. So Deal and Sykes would be 45 days. So with that, we were able to consult with Mr. Isasi, who had to leave us a little bit early. Himself, the council, myself, were able to meet with the firm that's going to be representing us to acquire this property. And we're going to go with recommendations in which they've reviewed these and we reviewed them, and I think we've come to an agreement. I'm not going to say we came to a decision because we didn't make any decisions, but I believe that we did come to the best person that's suited for this position.
Because of the uniqueness of this.
Yeah, because of the uniqueness of this situation. So, did either one of y'all have anything you wanted to say with regards to that, or? No?
No,
Okay.
Mayor?
Okay. Sorry, I put you on the spot. So, it looks like Mr. Deal, who of course has to be the most expensive, has provided us with his resume and his qualifications, and most importantly, the fact that he's dealt with situations like this more frequently at different levels. So, do you want to throw anything in?
Well, because it's leased property, it is a unique situation, and there are cases, unique cases, that he has been an appraiser for those cases, and he has the experience, the skill set to best handle this situation, in the opinion of our attorneys, and in our opinion from reviewing his resume. So I think that's the one we need to hire.
Do you have anything to add? Sure. Pat, did you have anything that you wanted to add?
No, thank you.
All right. So, I'm going to ask the citizens of George West to please be patient with us. This is the first we've spoke about this outside of executive session, and we just felt that it was a matter of transparency to let you know what all of this was going on. There was nothing behind closed doors. It's just because of the sensitivity of the matter and securing representation that we had to make sure that we were all on the same page with who is representing the city at this time. So, if no one has anything else, I'll entertain a motion to amend agenda item number 16 by striking "and appraisal contractor" and replacing with "Deal Sykes." That's DEAL SIKES. Do I have a motion to amend?
Move to amend.
I do have a motion,
Second.
and I have a second to amend. Any discussion on the amendment? No discussion? I'll call for a vote. All in favor of amending agenda item number 16 by striking an appraisal contractor and replacing with Deal Sykes, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Any opposed, nay? Let the record show the amendment carries. So back to the question as amended, consideration and action to select Deal Sykes to appraise acreage in which the city of George West wastewater sewer treatment plant is located.
So moved.
Okay,
Second.
and second. So wait,
What?
we already amended, never mind. My bad, I was just thinking if we needed to amend our amended agenda item by putting the amount in there. Is there a possibility that the amount would change? Or is that,
My expectation is that would be a not to exceed amount for an appraisal report.
okay,
Good answer.
thank you.
If there were additional services needed after a report were delivered, then the council would be able to consider a proposal to provide those additional services.
Okay. So I'll entertain a motion to amend the amended agenda item by inserting at the end of is located in the amount of $25,000.
Move to amend.
So I have a motion to amend the amendment.
So moved.
Okay, I have a second. Any discussion on the amendment to amend? Not, I'll call for a vote. All in favor of amending the amended agenda item, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed, nay? Let the record show the amended agenda item, yes, passes. So back to the original agenda item as amended, consideration and action to select Deal Sykes to appraise acreage in which the city of George West wastewater sewer treatment plant is located in the amount of $25,000. Any discussion on the amended agenda item? As amended. If not, I'll call for a vote. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Any opposed, nay? Let the record show motion carries. Thank God. All right, that one made me sweat a little. Okay. So,
That's gonna be fun to type.
next we have
Good night, guys.
Miss Shirley.
Good night.
Thank you.
Guys,
Thank
we're
you.
just gonna go over the regular business stuff where we hear our reports. You're welcome to stay on because, it's really interesting, but there may be something better on TV. I don't know what to tell you.
Thank you for your time.
But thank y'all.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks, everyone. It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Good night, David.
Okay, so you have your financials there in front of you.
Yes.
And so we're just 1 month into the new fiscal year, so this will be pretty quick. The general fund, of course, is, the revenue is where it should be as we budgeted, but we're about $15,000 over in expenditures, and that's due to the fact that we actually pay for all of our liability insurance, automobile, mobile, a lot of our insurance we pay at the beginning of the year, so that put us in a negative for the month of October. And then for the utility fund, we're actually 56,000 ahead in the utility fund. So those two funds combined together at the very bottom of the page, you'll see the general fund, utility fund, we're at a positive $42,905.86 for this fiscal year. And the second page is our bank balances. And so as of November the 15th, 2021, our total bank balances are $2,941,817.55. Do you have any questions about the financials? Okay. Just a few things I want to mention really quick, and that is that we are in the process of our auditing The auditing firm has started, on this last year's audit for 2020 to 2021. And they will be coming in person on December the 20th through the 21st. So they should be able to wrap up our audit for this last fiscal year before the end of this calendar year. The only other thing I wanted to mention real quick is that we are currently working on, getting the paint and the equipment to, paint the crosswalks at the schools.
Oh, good.
And we're planning on doing that probably next Monday and Tuesday when the schools are closed for Thanksgiving break. So our goal will be to hit the crosswalks first, and then we're working with the school district on the parking areas in front of the schools, and the fire zones and the handicap parking too. So we're on top of that. We're also looking at all the lighting that is in the city, mainly around the school districts. And there was one over there by the band area where they were crossing in the mornings, and the light was out, so that light has been fixed.
Good.
There is a permanent light there. There was no need to put a temporary one there. So there's a light there. And we've got, the police department actually gave us a report on all the lights and where we're at. We turned it into AEP. So hopefully we'll get all those.
Were there many of them that were out?
I want to think that there was maybe 4 or 5 that may have been out. That's off just the top of my head. I breezed through it. I can give you details if I got into my email and took a look, but I think it was like 4 or 5. And that's only, the school area, the school over here, and anywhere around a park area. So I gave them a grid to work, and then we're going to spread that grid till eventually it's the whole city.
Yeah, we should know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you, Chief.
So, and then also too, I did want to ask the council, I've had a couple of citizens that have asked, there's some areas in the city where there's alleys that are like, they're dead ends, and they don't have any utilities in the alleys. And there's like one in particular over near Lamar Street. And so I've been asked if there's a possibility that if we were to just let them take that over, and then, we wouldn't have to mow it. There's no utilities on it, so I don't know what would be the proper.
Who take it over?
The property owner?
Take it over.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Let the property owner take it over?
Yes, take over the.
We can't do that.
We
'cause-
can't,
No,
okay.
because that's that property belongs to the taxpayers.
Okay, so it's just dead end and just, okay.
It belongs to the taxpayers that are
Okay,
directly
all
behind it.
right, great, okay, good. I wasn't for sure about that. And the only other thing I have is just that.
Now, we could sell it, but that's probably not something we want to get into.
Okay. All right, that's good to know. Okay, that's all I have. Do y'all have anything for me?
Anyone else have anything?
We just approved on the consent agenda, changing the meetings to the next meeting to 6:30. Is 5:30, is that hard for you to get here? Is 5:30 not a good time to meet? Because it's already dark.
It just depends, but no, I could probably do that.
I mean, we'd get through and get over sooner,
Yeah.
see Thursday night football.
Well, the ladies in the office could go home.
That's what I was thinking, the ladies in the office could go.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Pat.
Well, we've already approved it for next time, so
know.
let's play it by ear, and if we have to change it,
Mhm.
then she can reach out.
I didn't want to get into pulling up.
But yeah,
Because
absolutely.
like this one tonight was 5:30.
Yeah, fine. I like it.
Okay.
Anything else? Anyone going once? Going twice? Did we reach a disposition on all of them? All right then. Bye. We're adjourned.
Bye.
Thank you. Thanks, Pat.